The end of single client risk. Solana is no longer a single point of failure. This month, Firedancer moved from experimental testing to producing live blocks on mainnet. For years, every Solana outage happened because every node ran the exact same code. Now, the network has a second brain. If one client hits a bug, the other stays awake. This transition marks the end of the beta label and the beginning of a truly resilient architecture. And the hardware implications of this shift are even more radical. Breaking the hot potato bottleneck. The bottleneck in blockchain is rarely the internet speed, it is how fast a CPU can process packets. The original Agave client struggled with high-volume floods that created a hot potato effect, where the leader node would choke. Firedancer solves this by using a modular architecture that separates networking, execution, and consensus into independent lanes. Think of it like expanding a one-lane road into a 12-lane highway, where a crash in one lane does not stop the traffic. This structural change allows the network to handle millions of transactions per second without the hardware overheating. But speed is a liability if the network cannot agree on the truth. The safety of discordant code. Having two different clients written in different languages creates a safety net. In 2022, a single line of code could freeze the entire chain. Now, if the Rust client sees a transaction one way, and the C++ client sees it another, the network detects the discrepancy before a crash happens. Some critics argue that this adds complexity and makes upgrades twice as hard to coordinate. However, the data from the last 30 days shows that dual-client networks are significantly more resilient to the spam attacks that previously plagued the ecosystem. This redundancy is the standard for Ethereum, and now Solana has finally reached parity. This reliability is built on a foundation of extreme efficiency, bypassing the operating system. Jump Crypto built Firedancer using high-frequency trading technology. They bypass standard operating system shortcuts to talk directly to the hardware. This allows a single validator to process data at the maximum limit of the fiber optic cable it is plugged into. We are seeing hardware utilization rates that were previously thought to be impossible for a decentralized protocol. The physical limits of the hardware are now the only thing holding the network back. The signal under the noise. The successful integration of Firedancer proves that Solana is shifting from a retail-focused playground to a professional financial backbone. By eliminating single-client risk and overcoming the packet processing bottlenecks mentioned earlier, the network has removed the primary excuses used by institutional capital to stay on the sidelines. This is not about a faster meme coin casino. It is about creating a predictable environment for high-frequency trading desks and national-scale payment systems that require zero downtime. For developers and investors, the metric that matters now is client diversity. If the network reaches a 50-50 split between Agave and Firedancer, the era of the Solana outage is officially over. Watch the validator distribution charts closely over the next 3 months to see if Agave loses its majority share. Subscribe for more.